There has been extreme confusion online about how a revocable trust will help give your kids step up in basis in your assets on your death. But it is garbage, it is actual trash, and thank goodness we have actual tax law to figure out the answer, which is IRC 1014. This is our statute for step up in basis. If you take a look at it, nowhere in there does it have anything to do with a revocable trust. What IRC 1014 tells us is when your kids inherit your assets through a will, through probate, it doesn't need a revocable trust, they get a step up or a step down in basis based on the fair market value of the asset. And the main distinction to know is this is different from IRC 1015, which is our gift carryover basis. So that is the one main distinction that does matter, is when you gift an asset, you don't get step up in basis. When you let it go through inheritance, you do, and a revocable trust has nothing to do with it.
This is legit, it's ever verified. What's being talked about in this post is the tax consequence of receiving an asset either via inheritance or via gift. All inheritance is going to receive a step up or a step down in basis depending on the value of the asset at the time of the original owner's passing. When you receive an asset via gift, well, the gift itself is going to carry along with it the basis of the person who's gifting it to you. So when you're trying to figure out which strategies are right for you, when I sit down with a business owner, we talk about a variety of things. We talk about taxation, asset protection, and legacy. Now, that's probably why I talk about trusts so often, not only with the business owners I help, but here on social media. And it's not because of the step up in basis, because obviously that's not the only context in which step up occurs. But trusts are very versatile planning tools. They give us the ability to be pretty creative. You can have discussions with regard to asset protection depending on the type of trust and whether or not we're talking about intergenerational wealth transfer. You can also talk about things like bloodline provisions and safeguarding of the assets with regard to certain types of incentives that you could put within the trust dynamics. You see, strategies are complex, and it takes often way longer than 60 or 90 seconds in order to get your point across and have you really understand what it is that's being discussed. That's probably one of the reasons why I decided to create a YouTube channel, so I can go more in depth. If you'd be interested in checking it out, just drop the word YouTube so I can send you the link.